Straight ahead is the Church of All Saints, Pavement. It is mentioned in the Domesday Book and was rebuilt in the 15th century. In ancient times, the lantern tower contained a lamp which was lit at night to guide travellers through the forest of Galtrees towards the city. It was only extinguished during the war years, and now the Merchant Adventurers Company pays for the light to burn every night as a memorial to those who died in the 2 world wars. All Saints Church has close connections with the guilds, the armed forces and the city council, and 39 Lord Mayors are buried there. From Pavement, we turn left into Piccadilly. This is one of the city centre's newest streets, being opened in 1910, when York's electric tramways were being built. The Piccadilly bus stop is the nearest one for the Jorvik Viking Centre and the Merchant Adventurers Hall. If you want to visit the Viking Centre, cross the road and go into the shopping centre. It's on the other side of Marks and Spencer. The Merchant Adventurers Hall is on the left. This was built between 1357 and 1361, using local oak trees and Tadcaster stone, the same stone used in the Minster and the city walls. As we leave the Merchant Adventurers Hall, you can see Foss Bridge on the left. This structure is almost 200 years old, but there has been a bridge here at least since the 1300s. We pass the Red Lion, one of York's oldest inns, and turn into Warmgate, a Viking street which follows the old Roman road to the Humber. This was once one of the poorest parts of York, with slum housing crowded into the yards on either side of the street. The cattle market was to be found in Warmgate until public pressure forced the council to move it outside the city walls in 1827. Just imagine the scene 200 years ago, with the market taking place in the streets where people lived. We turn right at St Dennis Church. This is much smaller than it used to be. The west wall fell down when a sewer was being dug near here, and the tower is a smaller replacement for the original. The entrance, through a Norman porch, is now where a window used to be. The church once had a spire, but this was damaged by a cannon shot in 1644, struck by lightning in 1735, and partly blown down in 1778, before being removed in 1798. At the end of St Dennis's Road, we turn back into Piccadilly. This street is due to be redeveloped, and there have been many arguments about the form any redevelopment should take. On the left, you may glimpse a view of Clifford's Tower, between the buildings. You will also have another view of the Merchant Adventurers Hall, on your right this time. You will see that the hall is much lower than the rest of the street, and that gives you an idea of how centuries of building and rebuilding, and the effect of flooding by the rivers, has resulted in the ground level being much higher than it was in medieval times. Straight ahead is Parliament Street, once the site of York's Market. It is now part of the pedestrian area. We have the largest area of foot streets in the country. You will sometimes find special events being held here, such as a local farmers' market or a continental market. into Coppergate, the Viking street of the coopers or woodworkers. It has had this name at least since 1120. Look for more medieval buildings here. Dutton's shop and the Three Tongues pub, both with overhanging upper stories. On the left in the pedestrian precinct is the Jorvik Viking Centre, which is the site of a Viking settlement more than 1,000 years old. Visitors can experience the sounds and smells of Viking York and see real Viking remains exactly where they were in 900 AD. At the end of Coppergate, you will see Castlegate on the left, the road leading from the city centre to the castle. It contains two fine Georgian houses, Fairfax House, which is open to the public, and Castlegate House, as well as the redundant St Mary's Church, which has the highest